Hey guys, to say 2020 was a crazy year might seem like a bit of an understatement, to say the least. For those who love to travel like myself, had many plans that had been cancelled due to the coronavirus. And most of us are hoping that 2021 brings us a lot more joy and success in being able to have a bit more freedoms and to do that what we love best, such as travel. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my top 5 tips on how you can save some money on booking cheaper flights and travel in 2021. So let's get straight into it. My first tip is to use a VPN. A VPN can mask the location where you are based, and you can remotely connect to servers across the world. So you might be wondering how this can help you to save some money on your travels. So there are many examples, such as when a local person is booking a flight in the country of their origins, is able to save more money than those who are living in the Western world. And I found many examples of this in countries such as India, in Egypt, and even in Spain. The Spanish people get a lower rate of travel for their flights as opposed to those who live internationally. I use Surfshot VPN, and I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out, and it's really good value for money. The cost is very cheap for a 2-year service, and there's loads of great advantages to a VPN, which I'm sure you can find loads of videos online. Tip number 2. Book your hotels and your flights on a separate basis. Most people generally go for a package holiday, which the costs of those elements are masked because they're all joined together. Booking your travel individually with your flight separately and the hotel separately, you're able to have a lot more freedom and flexibility to choose the services that you want. And this could also save you some money. And those who are only used to booking this type of travel, where they book their flights and their hotel separate, sometimes explore the options of package holidays and then making your freedom from there. Always be sure to check out both ways to see which is more cost efficient, and then you can compare the two. Tip number 3. Many of you may not know that there are email services such as Jack's Flight Club and Scott's Cheap Flights, and what they do is they have set up millions of alerts for when prices drop to crazy lows. So I used this myself for a trip to Cape Town, which we found through Jack's Flight Club, and we had booked this for £390 return, where the flights would normally be £800 plus. And what they do is they send you an email on a weekly basis with any latest flight offers, and you can find some great deals there. And the best of all, is free. And both services do offer upgrade services at a paid premium, which is I think £50 a year or something similar. But it's great value for money, because what they do is they send you more regular emails, around 3 a week. And myself, I was a premium member, and this is how I found the cheap flight deal that I used for my Cape Town trip. With one booking you can save your yearly subscription 10 times over. So if you are an avid traveller or traveller regularly and you look for great inspirations for places and destinations which you can travel on a budget, definitely be sure to check it out. My next tip is to use flight comparison websites. So many of you may have heard of Skyscanner or Google Flights, but there's another one that I tend to use a lot more often, which is Mymondo, because you can compare various locations and you have a map option where you can scroll around the map and you can see the flight prices during certain times of the year. So if you're only fixed on set times where you can travel, then you can scour the globe and see what the various prices are in different locations. And then if you are set on a certain location, then you can look on certain dates of the outward travel and the return travel to see if you can save any money on the individual days. And the website has great flexibility where you can play around with it and you can see if you can make yourself a saving. I myself have even found some great offers where there's locations that I've wanted to travel and I know what the rough guide is, but having travelled a day earlier or a day later, you can make a big saving. And my final tip is for those who are set on a set location. If you have a set destination in mind, then I'd recommend the app called Hopper. And what Hopper does is it compares the flight prices for your set destination over the course of a year, and it'll tell you the cheapest time to book it. Not only will it tell you the cheapest time of year it will be available to fly, it would also tell you the cheapest time to make that booking. So making the booking 6 weeks beforehand or a few months beforehand, it will give you the optimum time that you should be booking your flight to make the most amount of savings. And that's incredible, because most people don't know whether they're overpaying for the flights or whether they're underpaying or finding the flight deals at the right time. So that's my top tip. If you enjoyed these tips and you think that they are great value to you, then please give this a thumbs up. And if you've got any more tips on ways that you can save money on travel, then please leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching the whole video. Peace.